Holy cow! That one's going way too fast.
Let's put a little damper on his spirits. Some nerve. The cops show up in his rear-view mirror and all he does is go even faster.
What's the big hurry?
Look, mister, I don't have time for this. I'm on my way to an important meeting.
First, it's not Mr., it's Detective Chief Inspector to you. Second, we're going to use up a lot of your time back at the precinct now, because we'll need to take your statement and write up the charge.
That will give you a lot of time to contemplate leaving home earlier when you need to keep an appointment in future.
Ben, this is Susanna. Remember that racing car? You prevented its theft the other day?
Yes?
Well, it's been stolen.
Say what?
Yeah, the thieves struck again. This time when it was sent back.
Hey, are you pulling my leg? What security firm handled this? Sweet Dreams, Inc.? After all, it was completely unlikely that they would try again after they didn't get it the first time.
Well, Simmer, that's what you get for letting one of them escape.
Hey, you two. Will you please do something about the hijacked truck now? We've got a copter out there. They'll let you know as soon as they spot the truck.
Okay, we'll play ground staff then.
Cobra 9?
All right, it's up ahead. Got any idea how we're going to persuade it to stop? Doesn't this ride here come with a drone?
Wait, let me get this right. We're supposed to stop the truck in order to save its valuable cargo, and you're gonna do that by blowing the whole thing up?
So what? It's all just a bunch of carbon. Do you have a better suggestion for stopping a 40-ton truck? This is not a tank, for crying out loud.
Don't tell me you've driven a tank before.
Oh, shut up. I don't want to talk about it. Susanna, we've got the truck, but it's no longer fit to drive. The racer is okay, though.
Well done, Samir. The container ship will leave the harbor in a few minutes. You need to get the racing car to the harbor somehow, now.
This calls for a bit of improvisation.
Well, I'll just climb into this hot little number then. It's got enough under its hood to get me to the harbor on time.
Poor thing. First, it's almost stolen, then hijacked, then blown to Kingdom Come, and now, worst of all, Semir's trying to drive it.
Phew. I need to find a really boring hobby to balance this out. Breeding stamps, perhaps, or collecting goldfish.
Hey, hotta, old pal. Still in love with your off-roader?
Now, this thing is so fantastic. Even those who only get to sit in the back are crazy about it.
From a series of thefts, we impounded 2 pickups, an alligator, and 2 jeeps. We're all set for a little race down in the valley by the bridge construction site. Feel like getting clobbered?
Ben, did you have a clown for breakfast? I've got 500 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and so much ground clearance that you would get vertigo in my cockpit. What makes you think you can compete with that?
Okay, we'll meet you there.
Yeah, and the losers will be on Autobahn patrol duty for a week.
Nothing will change for you then.
Just a moment. Excuse me. Paul?
Yes?
It's really you! Paul! I can't believe it! Haven't seen you in ages!
Semir! Is that really you? How's it going, pal? Still scaring the stuff out of evildoers?
I do my best.
And yet another patrol car. Must be fun to work for the government. 6 cylinders, 3.2-liter engine. Look, I got the same model as a company car.
Well, it's my partner's car. I'm only driving it today.
You know, I've got an appointment in my office in 15 minutes. Can I buy you a cup of coffee first?
Since when have you become so generous?
Well, there's a catch. I'll only pay for your coffee if you get there first. If you don't, you pay for both of us. Let's see what your police driving training is worth.
You haven't changed a bit. But be careful what you say. 220 horsepower alone doesn't make you a good driver.
Getting cold feet, are you?
Not as cold as my coffee will be by the time you finally get there.
If this weren't a police car, I'd swear that it's been tuned.
Why don't you just admit that I'm the better driver?
Never. The only advantage you might have is that you're heavier.
Hey, watch it, or I'll book you for speeding. So this is where you work? Oh boy.
Yes, we've really expanded in the last couple of years. Energy from coal.
And cash from energy by the looks of it.
Will you listen to that? From someone who gets the government to pay for his gas.
Never mind. But since you mention it, as much as I'd like to stay and chat, I'm still on duty, and I need to get back on patrol.
Well, too bad. Crime never sleeps. I need to attend my meeting now anyway. Give me a ring sometime, and then we'll have that coffee.